Assalamu alaikum students. Today I'm going to solve 2019 May-June paper 6. Students, my screen is in front of you, May-June 2019 paper 6 variant 1. Let's start with the question number 1. A student wanted to investigate the digestion of a fat in the human alimentary canal. He used some white milk as the source of a fat, an enzyme solution, an indicator solution, some bile salt, and water. These are the chemicals that student is using. The indicator he is used in is pink in alkaline solution and colorless in acidic solution. Acidic condition, the enzymes digest the fat in the milk to give fatty acids and glycerol. These are the basic instructions for this investigation. What the student is using, what is the indicator color, and what is the result, fatty acids and glycerols. This one. Suggest which enzyme he used in the investigation. Enzyme that is break down fat into fatty acid and glycerol is lipase enzyme, none other than. He set up 3 test tube A, B, and C. He added 10 ml of milk, 5 drops of indicator solution to each test tube. He placed the 3 test tube in a water bath for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, 1 centimeter cube of enzyme solution was added to each test tube A and B, and 1 centimeter cube water was added to test tube C. Look at this one. All the 3 test tube, first milk and indicator is added to B and C also. And after this one, all the 3 test tubes, they are keeping in a water bath for 5 minutes. Then they are adding enzyme to A and B, and in the C, they are adding only water. After this one, 1 centimeter cube of bile salt solution was added to test tube B, and 1 centimeter cube of 1 centimeter cube water to each of the test tube. It means the remaining 2 test tube, they are getting water. Okay. Now, he then placed the test tube in the same water bath again and observed them every minute for 5 minutes. Name a suitable piece of apparatus he used to measure milk. He used 10 ml of milk. For 10 ml of milk, either the student has to use the measuring cylinder or a syringe of 10 centimeter cube. Okay, so student may use measuring cylinder or 10 centimeter cube syringe. Name a suitable piece of apparatus that the student used to add the indicator solution. Indicators to solution, they are giving you the idea, they are adding 5 drops. So for this one, dropper or pipette is there. Suggest a suitable temperature for the water bath. As this investigation is related to the human body, so temperature may be 40 degree is the correct one. Okay, here you have to mention unit, it is compulsory. Suggest why the test tube containing milk and indicator solution were placed in a water bath for 5 minutes before any other content were added. So for this one, first of all, suggestion is there. Suggestion means your comment is required. When they are keeping the material into a water bath, it means that all the content will get the same temperature. So that why water was added A and C. In this way, they are talking about this one, why the water is added A and C. So the volume remains same. In all test tube. When the indicator solution was first added, the content of all 3 test tube turned pink. After 3 minutes, the content of the test tube B turned white. After 3 minutes, white. And after 5 minutes, the content of after 5 minutes, the content of test tube A turned white. After 5 minutes, the content of the test tube C were still pink. Complete the table, including the column heading, to show these results. Here, 0 till 5, these are the minutes, because they are saying he observed them every minute for 5 minutes, right? So for this purpose, here you have to write time in a minute. Time in minutes. And you have to complete this one. They are saying test tube A, the content of the test tube A turns white here. So before this one, you have to write here pink. This is also pink. I'm writing only P for this one. P, P. Okay, here test tube B. After 3 minutes, the content of test tube turned white. So it is white. This is white. This is white. And the first is pink, pink, and pink. Okay, so just what caused the indicator solution to change color in test tube A and B? Change is that the fat turns into fatty acids and glycerol. The acid form, fatty acid form, that changes the color, right? So we can say change in pH because of fatty acid, right? Next is describe and explain what the student could conclude about the digestion of fat in each test tube. In each test tube, what we are observing here, we are getting at 5 minutes, after 5 minutes, we are getting white color. Here we are getting white color earlier, right? So in test tube A, fat is digested. Fat is digested by enzyme. For the B, test tube B, as they added bile salt speed up fat digestion, right? And test tube C, look at the content. There is no enzyme, so no digestion. Right? Suggest design an investigation based on the content of test tube A to find out the effect of pH on the action of this enzyme. Now, look at this one. In this test tube, milk, indicator, and then they added enzyme, right? And in the end, for balance purpose, they added water. They are talking about this A test tube. This one, milk, indicator, enzyme, water, right? Here they are saying you have to find out the effect of pH on the action of this enzyme. Means we have to change the pH to get the result, okay? When someone is saying to find out the effect, it is easily, we can say that the factor that we are changing, sorry for this one, changeable factor, or we can say independent variable. Variable is pH. Take 3 range, or instead of range, we can say 3 different pH. That is 3, 5, and 7, right? And then We have to depend. Dependable variable means result. Dependable variable is indicator color turn white. Indicator turn white. Okay. And the last is we have to keep some factors constant. Okay. Constant factor are when someone is saying okay, what factors you have to keep constant. Most important factor is here temperature, concentration, and volume of pH, milk should same, right? In these middle line, you have to write that you are mentioning here, you have to mention here that set three apparatus in which milk amount, volume, and the concentration of milk, indicator, enzyme, and water should be same. And you are taking different buffer solutions to maintain the pH same. Okay. For this one, you have to find out that how much time is needed. So this indicator turns white. Then you have to write down that record all the observation in data, observation in table form. Repeat the experiment to avoid error, right? Then you have to write down here one safety measure as a safer side. Safety measure is okay. Here we cannot write safety measure because there is next question is related to safety measure. Okay. State and explain one safety measure that should be taken when carrying out this investigation, as they are using enzyme, as they are using test tubes. So safety precaution is use test tube holder, right? And explanation is behind this one as enzyme or bile salt may cause damage, right? Next is question number 2, the compulsory question related to this paper. The photograph shows a germinating bean seed. In the space below, make a large diagram of a germinating bean seed as it appears in the photograph. For 4 marks, you have to draw. Again, concentrate on outline. You have to concentrate on a size. You have to focus on this inner structure. You have to focus on this radical structure, this one, right? It is going straight, little bit bent toward the center. It is not, this portion is not round, this is oval shape. These things examiner needed. And the most important is large diagram. You have to cover more than 50% of the space. On your diagram, use a labeled line, the plomule and a cotyledon. On your diagram, examiner doesn't need here, but the plomule is this one and cotyledon is this one. Okay. A student investigated the effect of temperature on the germination of some seeds. She followed these instructions. Put damp filter paper into 5 petri dishes. Place 10 seeds on the paper in each dish. Place one dish in each of the following temperature and leave for 3 days, 10 degree, 15, 20, 25, 30 degrees Celsius. She called this trial 1. She set up 3 more trial identical to trial 1, which she called trial 2, trial 3, and trial 4. After 3 days, she counted how many seeds in each dish had germinated. Her results are shown in the table below. Table is here. B part is complete the table by calculating the mean number of seed that germinating 20, 25 and 30 degrees Celsius. Mean number is means you have to add 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 4 and you have to divide by 4. Then you will get 5.75. Then you will get 6.5. Then you will get 8. Okay. Here they mentioned 2.0, so I can also write 8.0. Otherwise, nothing will affect. Suggest 2 factors other than the number of a seed that should be kept constant during this investigation. As they mention here, put damp filter paper into a 5 petri dishes. So it means amount of water should be same, temperature should be same. Temperature is changeable. So light intensity, and then we can say age of a seed. It is very important because older seeds, their germination may affect. Okay. Now on the grid below, construct a bar chart to show the mean number of seed that germinated at each temperature. For 4 marks, you have to plot a graph between temperature and mean. Again, the first column is x-axis and y is second column. So here for this one, you have to write down here temperature in degree Celsius, and here you have to write out for the y-axis, you have to write down your mean number of seed germinated. Okay. Mean number of seed germinated. Right. So when they are saying you have to make a bar chart, whenever graph is there, first 1 mark you can easily get. You are plotting, you are labeling both the axes correctly. Then you have to make 5 bars, right? 0 degree. Then you have to make a bar at 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 degrees Celsius. Okay. So for this purpose, you have to make a bar. Okay. Suppose this 1 bar I'm making. With the help of a ruler, you have to draw. Suppose this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. 4 small boxes width bar is there. Then you have to plot another bar with the 4 small boxes width. I left 4 small boxes, then again 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? This one. Here you are observing that the width of all bars should same and the distance in all the bar should be same. Okay, it doesn't mean that okay you are keeping 2 bar difference here, 3 here, 4. The distance and the width should be same. 5 bars and it should be correctly plotted. Then you will get 4 marks easily. Use the result in the table to suggest what the student could conclude about the effect of temperature and the germination of seed. You have to plot a graph, but we are observing as temperature increases, mean number of seed germination increases. So you can write as temperature increases, germination increases. Right? Suggest 2 reasons here. 2 reasons why some seeds did not germinate at 30. Go back to this one. Here we are observing that out of 10, 8 seeds germinated, out of 10, 9, out of 10, 8, out of 10, 7 seeds germinated. Why some seeds not germinated? Reason is maybe some seeds are overaged. Some seeds are overaged, or they need, maybe some seeds need more time to germinate, right? Maybe some seeds are dead, or maybe they need more water, right? So it is suggestion, you can write any 2 points. So students, this is all about this paper. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.